My name is Umar Farouk Abdulaziz, a core 12 member of Robotics and Artificial Intelligence Nigeria. My project is a robotic arm for the peeling of oranges. The purpose of this project is to achieve precision tasks such as surgeries in medicine, some precision work in engineering, and any other areas this precision will be needed in any aspects in the world. Some challenges have come over during this project is, one, this is my first time doing hands-on projects involving kinematics. I've done classes on them, but I've never had like real life experiences on working with it. Kinematics has also given me problems because when I tried learning it and implementing it, you have to put a lot of constraints. Because the formula does not have a definite formula. You have to create your own formula based on your own constraint and based on what you want to work on. And those constraints are what I'm trying to put in my code or my formula to try to give it exactly what I want. I've encountered servo issues because the servos I was using before were modified by a previous person. So they weren't listening to my commands because I didn't know they were modified. So the code I was running was not controlling it well. The third and maybe not final problem I encountered is the wires disconnecting from the breadboard. So what I'm trying to do to correct that is to get a variable and solder the wires down. So I don't need to keep plugging them back and memorizing where they're supposed to be. Just do them once and I can continue my project.
My name is Akim Tosin. I'm a cohort 14 member at Rain Academy, and we are working on the project called ACE.
My name is Adu Ayomide. I'm also a member of course 14 at Rain.
ACE is a website that checks for, it's a plagiarism and AI detection website that basically checks for plagiarized contents and AI generated contents. You might wonder why are we building a website to check for AI generated contents. Right now, artificial intelligence has revolutionized various sectors and various industries within the world. Sectors such as medical, the finance sector, the aviation industry, a lot of sections within the world right now. AI has basically revolutionized those industries. But one of the major threats of AI to academics and education is the issue of plagiarism, because students and a lot of people can decide to use AI to generate projects that will have probably taken months to come up with. So we need to tackle the issue of AI being used for plagiarism in the education system, and that is why ACE, the project we are working on, is a website that also checks and detects that.
And also for now, we gave it a threshold of 70. Threshold means of 70, and threshold means if what you are getting detects AI but less than 70%, then it detects it as it flags it as human generated. But if it's more than 70%, then it flags it as AI. You might wonder why 70, why not 50-50? Well, the thing is, AI generated content and humanly generated content are very much alike. If you place them side by side, you cannot really tell if this is human generated or AI generated. So there are possibilities that you text by yourself and then you post it to the website and it still flags it as AI, at least see some percentage of AI, but then it's just you typed it's human generated. So if it's detecting less than 70, then it's still human. You could have seen some things that just look more like ChatGPT or Copilot or any other AI generated contents. But if it's more than 70, then we believe that is way too much. Then it flags that as AI generated. Some of the challenges we went through was, okay, I'll mention getting data sets. The first data set we got, we were done training the model before we found out that the data was not complete. So we had to go in search of a better or a more concise data set. And now it's working fine, but then we still believe that we need to get more data, which is why we are going to add some features to the website, like people reviewing it so they can post content, and if it's AI generated and it detects it as human generated, then they can post their comments and say this is AI generated. So we can always add this to our data set and get more data. so that we can train the model more often and often.
Another major challenge we also had, in addition to what he said, was the fact that AI generated text and human written text are kind of similar. For instance, if you go to ChatGPT now and ask ChatGPT to write an essay for you on probably quantum mechanics, and then by the time you bring that text and probably give it to probably a professor, a normal professor will tell you that, okay, this text was written by a human. So we needed the model to understand the pattern in which AI are written, so that it can easily learn from that pattern and be able to differentiate, okay, what is an AI written text and what is a human written text, so that it will learn from that, from the input we are giving it, and then it can understand properly the difference between human written text and AI generated text. But the text can be of any format. It can be PDF, it can be documents, even links. Sometimes you can paste link on the website and it will extract text from that website and
just the text.
We are also trying to make the website more interactive by implementing a feature whereby users can go onto the website and then they can play more like a game, like an interactive game, where the website will just generate a couple of text and then ask you to predict whether this particular text is AI written or not, or human written. And that way, by playing that game, we're also getting feedback from the users that come to the website, and that feedback is being sent to our backend, to the backend, which is our AI model, and that can also learn from what the users have answered from the game.
It is close to completion because it works perfectly, but like I said earlier, there are times that it's still going to flag some human generated text as AI based on the fact that they look very much alike. So that is why we are going to be generating models and generating reviews so that we can add this to our data and train it more often. But for now, I think it works perfectly well. Okay, not perfectly well, but it works fine.
Here, this text box, the user can paste whatever text you want to check.
You can also type, and then you can use your link.
So if you have like a series of text you want to check whether there's a presence of AI in it, so you can just text and write whatever you want to write there. And then you click on the detect AI button and it gives you a result whether that particular text is AI written or human written text. You can also upload documents of any format, PDF, Microsoft Word, Excel, whatever format it is, you can upload it there and the site automatically extracts the text, and then you can click on the detect AI button and then just give it the results at the analysis results section.